Hello collective, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle doing your reading today. Today is June 21st, but this reading can resonate whenever you happen to come across this video, maybe because the title, thumbnail caught your eye at any time. Let's see what the tarot says, what the tarot has for you. I hope you're all doing well and we'll have a great weekend ahead if you're having to watch it on a weekend, or have a great week ahead. So let's see what you need to know at this time. That's for your highest and greatest good. So let me just continue at this time. That is for the highest and greatest good. Let this collective continue at this time. That is for their highest and greatest good. Justice. So some of you are maybe wanting to bring some balance or fairness into the situation, Justice card, or some of you may have Libra in your chart or may be dealing with a Libra. Then we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so Justice. Okay. I don't like reading like that, but you know, sometimes the Three of Cups has to do with celebration. Maybe, okay, I'm gonna read it multiple ways, okay? So maybe some of you aren't having enough fun in your life. Maybe you've been working more, you've been putting more effort towards specific things in your life, but you haven't made time to meet up with friends, to, you know, have fun, go out, do whatever it is that you enjoy doing, that brings you happiness and joy, you know? Meeting up with friends and stuff, you know, because it's about friendship, celebration, camaraderie. So maybe that's something that you need to help work on bringing balance in your life. Or maybe even today, you know, maybe some of you are considering going out. So if you are invited out, you may consider accepting the offer to go out, because, you know, if that's something that you haven't really been doing and it's something that you want to do, then take the opportunity and, you know, enjoy yourself, have fun. Be safe, you know, because it is the weekend, or whatever you happen to watch. So always be safe, too. Always be safe, you know. Okay, so, and the other way I could read it is that some of you may be in a third-party situation where there has been some unfairness, there hasn't been equal reciprocity, because maybe you've been giving into a situation and the other person may have been giving to you, but may have been also giving to other situations too. So may have been also pouring into other people's cups. So some of you may be considering severing ties with that person, because I see the sword here and it's like, well, you know what, there's what they say, two's a party, three's a crowd, something like that. So maybe you're like, well, let me take myself out of the situation, and then they could just be two people and they could give to each other, and I could see my way out of this, you know? And that's how you bring balance into for yourself, you know, because you don't want to be giving into a situation, pouring your energy towards somebody who in turn is taking that energy and pouring it into someone else. These people do that shit. That's fucked up, you know, especially if you have that good energy, you know. But that's the negative aspect of this card, you know, when it's paired with Justice. For me, that's how I'm reading it. So, oh, sorry, I hear somebody's walking a dog. Let's see what else comes out. What else comes out. Ooh, we got the Nine of Wands. It says a wounded warrior. Maybe you've gone through this circus many times before and you're like, you're so done with it. You're so done. You know, maybe you're not done. Maybe you're going to persevere and not give up hope that you can possibly find love in a situation, find some type of balance in a situation. But then when you consider maybe you're someone who is overburdened with a lot of responsibilities. Like I mentioned before, there's an imbalance that you've been focusing a lot on other aspects of your life, but you haven't made time for enjoyment. Time to like go out and meet friends, and, you know, even go out, you know, just do something fun, you know. So maybe you're reaching that point where like, yeah, I've been working very hard. I haven't really made time for myself. I'm always giving, and then it seems like life is beating me down. But you're being asked to possibly, you know, make some time to have fun, you know, Maybe some of you are feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you put yourself out in the cold, because of everything that's been going on. Maybe you're feeling a sense of lack. Maybe you have a scarcity mindset. Maybe you need to find some happiness within your life or happiness within your situation, because if you feel like there's a lot of, like, it has like this doom and gloom vibe, where there's a lot of clouds, there's water, there's someone that is cut, hurt, bleeding, wounded. But then there's hope there, but it's a matter of you stop looking at your wounds, stop looking at what's wrong with your life, and see that there is this sanctuary that you can go to. Maybe you've been keeping whatever struggles you've been going through, you've been keeping it to yourself and haven't really been sharing whatever it is, like your stress, your sadness, with anybody else, and you feel lonely and maybe even out of place. So maybe that's what you need to do, reconnect with people, reconnect with friends and family, not have this struggle on your own, not be struggling on your own, especially if you do have people who are supportive, who love you, and who care about your overall well-being. Allow them to support you and be a source of hope, a source of strength, that can help you through whatever it is that you're struggling with, especially with the 9 of Wands, with the responsibilities, maybe some of you are having financial issues, and that's what's keeping you from going out, from enjoying yourself, because you may feel like you don't have enough money to do this or that, depending on where you live. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of free activities that you can do wherever you live. I know in New York we have a lot of activities, and unfortunately, maybe this is advice for me, even though I don't feel overburdened or anything, but maybe at work, yeah, sometimes I do, but make time to do things that you enjoy, and don't put yourself out in the cold, because sometimes we can put ourselves into self-isolation. We put baby in a corner, and the baby is us. We put ourselves in a corner. That's a 717. I told you, I keep saying that number. This is about taking care of yourself. It's about aligning with your spirituality, Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to find some place, somewhere to go where you can find some hope, instead of just focusing on the negative. And yeah, look at, she's just looking at her hand, bleeding, crying. What's that going to do? Is that going to help the bleeding stop? If you're hurt, you got to go somewhere that's going to heal you, 7 of... So yeah, I think some of you are disappointed about some situation when it comes to finances, because we have the 7 of Pentacles, and that may indicate that you're having some disappointment because you don't really see the results that you're hoping to see. Or maybe where you are right now, it's requiring you to have hope, have faith that things will work out, and eventually, once you stop looking at whatever is causing you pain and hurt, and you're able to see that results will come in due time, And then we have the 4. Yeah, you may also be called to, what is this? Is it the swords or the wands? I think it's swords. So if this is the 4 of swords, it's asking for you to rest, but also, go within, because if you're already doing this hermit thing with the 5 of Pentacles, then, take the time to reflect and on the past, possibly, but not dwell on it, Maybe you need to move on from the past, and once you do that, you can see whatever results maybe you're so... Okay, this is what I'm getting now because of this. I think you're healing from something. And you're just maybe in this negative mindset that you can't even see that there are results. You're just so focused on the negative that you don't see the positive. That there is some growth, there is some gains, that there is progress, there are results, but you're just so caught up in the past pain, past hurt, and not really allowing yourself to heal. And that's what you really need to do at this time. And maybe this is why you need to go find someone that provides you a source of hope, faith, support, and that will help you heal. So I'm going to end the reading there. If this reading resonates with you at all, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. please leave a comment. I would really appreciate your engagement in any way, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening ahead. Bye.